We're showing a list of projects in our app, but we also want to be able to delete projects from that list. In order to do that, we need to listen to an event called on button click, which refers to clicking these buttons here. Let's go to our code. For each one of these elements that we're creating, we're going to listen then to that event on button click. That event is part of the babyui.js API, and we're going to create a callback for that. The first thing we'll do is get the selected event from the image list. For that, we're also using this this API variable. It'll give us the DOM of the selected element, and we want to get this attribute called project ID, which I've created previously. We want to get that attribute from the selected element, and this is how we can do that using get attribute. Now there are two things we want to do. Firstly, we want to remove that from the image list. Let me show you what's going to happen now. I can remove elements from the list, but then if I go back, they're being shown again, because I also need to remove them from the from ztiempo.projects, from this object here. So I'm going to create another method in here. It's going to be called delete project. It's going to receive the project ID as an argument, and let's add the code for that in here. And what I want to do is go through this entire array, find the one that has the ID that I'm looking for, and delete that one. So I'm going to create a variable called delete index, which is going to store the position of the project I want to remove, and I'm going to iterate through this list. I'm implementing this the same way as I did before, getting the length of the array just once instead of on every step. That's for efficiency. And what I'll do in each step is basically compare the project ID with the ID that I'm looking for, and if they're the same, then I just I delete that and I break out of the loop. And once I have that, I can use the splice array method to get rid of that particular element. Let's see how it works. So I can remove projects now, and if I go to a different page and then I go back there, they're gone because they were also deleted from the main object list, this one here. So let's summarize. What we are doing is listening for on button click. When that is executed, I get the selected element. I get the ID from that selected element using a custom attribute that I created. I could have given it any name that I wanted to. And I'm removing that from both the screen and the main object